The best companies in the world are ditching the traditional HR playbook, and they're not doing it quietly. Google cut back structured reviews. Netflix shredded them. Patagonia, they rebuilt their entire system from the ground up. Now, why would billion-dollar companies walk away from something that's been working for decades? It's because they're all figuring out the same thing. Traditional HR was built for a world that no longer exists, and it's quietly pushing great people out the door. Now, the worst part? You almost never see it happening in real time. Right now, your best employee might already be thinking about leaving, not because of money, perks, or PTO, but because they feel invisible. After working with hundreds of companies, helping them build recognition systems that actually make people feel seen, I've noticed 3 invisible problems that slowly damage culture and retention. By the time they show up, it's already too late. I want to walk you through them. The first killer is time, or what I call recognition lag. The longer the delay, the faster trust erodes. I want you to picture this. You crush a project. You solve a problem nobody else could. A week goes by, then a month, and you hear nothing. This happens everywhere, every day. Great work disappears into the noise because the moment passes. And here is the stat that people underestimate. Recognition loses 80% of its impact after 1 week. If you wait a few months, it's gone. Your brain wires reward to action immediately. Break that link and the meaning evaporates. Quarterly reviews aren't structured, they're late. That's the first invisible killer. Time. Now, this isn't because managers don't care, it's because old HR systems move slower than human emotion. The second killer is sameness. It's that one-size-fits-all thing every company does. Everyone gets something, but nobody feels anything. Companies love scalable programs. Awards, ceremonies, templates. Yeah, they're clean, they're efficient, and they're completely disconnected from how people actually want to be recognized, because we aren't all the same. Some of us love public praise. Some want cash. Others want a challenge. Some want a private note. Some need the whole team to see their impact. When recognition is one size fits all, it turns into background noise. It feels automated, it feels lazy, and it feels interchangeable. Everyone gets noticed, but nobody feels seen. That's the second invisible killer, sameness. And once sameness creeps in, the signal gets lost. The third killer is invisibility. This is where the behind the scenes work just disappears. If the work isn't seen, the worker doesn't feel valued. Most of the work keeping companies afloat is invisible. The crisis that got prevented at 2 a.m., that quiet fix that saved the $200,000 order, the backstage problem solving that kept a client from walking away. If no one sees it, it's as if it never happened. Traditional HR only captures the visible stuff, the launches, the wins, the loud moments. But the invisible work is what is creating long-term success in your company. And when people doing it feel unseen long enough, they leave. They don't do it loudly, they do it quietly. But that's the third killer, invisibility. Now, luckily, we do have some fixes here. So the first one is you need to make recognition fast. Recognition needs to live in the same moment that the work happens. Not quarterly, not monthly. Same day, same context, same energy. You need to use the tools your team already lives in, whether that's Slack, Teams, whatever. Hey, you landed the deal. Huge win. That took you 10 seconds, but it gives you 10x return. Fast recognition feels real. Late recognition feels like a formality. The second shift you need to make is to make it personal. I want you to actually ask your people, how do you like to be recognized? I can promise you, you're going to get very different answers. The moment you tailor recognition to the person, the message changes from good job to I see you. It's not just output, it's identity, and that is what sticks. And the third shift is to make the work visible. I want you to be clear, this is not micromanaging, it's memorializing impact. Create a shared log, a document, a dashboard, whatever works for your team, where wins can be captured in real time. When someone prevents a disaster, it's recorded. When somebody lifts a teammate, it's noted. When review time comes, you aren't digging through your memory, you have a log. It's there. It's concrete. It's visible. And it's real. And when people can see their own impact, they don't just stay, they step up. So the companies that are going to win over the next decade won't be the ones with the flashiest perks or the longest benefit list. They'll be the ones that make recognition feel human again. It's going to be fast, it's going to be personal, and it's going to be visible. Because people don't stay for programs. They stay because they feel seen. And when you get that right, it transforms everything. Now, this stuff obviously sounds good in theory, but actually changing how recognition works in your company is not that simple. This is why we built software that helps hundreds of companies make these changes without turning their world upside down. We can help you get the right recognition to the right person at the right moment automatically. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe and watch this video next, where we talk about how Gen Z sees work versus boomers and how this is affecting work culture in thousands of companies.